Torrential downpours and widespread flooding causing havoc across South Africa the past few days. The Weather Service has issued a media release explaining what's causing all this rain and also showing how much rain has fallen on the ground, and it's clearly showing the broad and extensiveness of the flooding, especially over the eastern and northern parts of South Africa. In KwaZulu-Natal, as well as the Lowveld and along the escarpment in Venda, Limpopo, more than 200 millimeters fell, some areas above 120 millimeters observed in Pretoria. But Lanseria broke its record for the highest rainfall in 24 hours for the month of January, overnight into Monday morning, where 70 millimeters bucketed down over the airport. We're expecting more rain, and we still have a level 5 and level 2 warning in place, so here's your forecast. Models are still showing rain will continue overnight into Tuesday morning. Most of the rain falling in the Lowveld, still seeing another 50 millimeters likely in places, and along the escarpment, even another 100 millimeters could lead to more flooding in the area. The rivers are flowing strong and the ground is extremely saturated over northeastern South Africa, so please be careful and adhere to all weather warnings issued by the Weather Service. Our rainfall map for Tuesday showing scattered to widespread showers and thunderstorms over Limpopo as well as the Lowveld of Mpumalanga, and then later, due to a trough extending over western South Africa, a band of thunderstorms will stretch over northwest, some parts of Gauteng, the Free State, and later reaching KwaZulu-Natal. Still have that level 5 warning in place for the Lowveld of Mpumalanga over the escarpment, as well as the extreme eastern and northern areas of Limpopo. More than 100 millimeters, and in some areas more than 400 millimeters has already fallen over those areas, and as we've seen, another 50 to 100 millimeters could lead to more widespread flooding. Gauteng is still included in the level 2 warning just because the ground is extremely saturated after the heavy rain over the weekend. There's the onshore southerly wind cooling down the mother city a little bit, but a comfortable 25 the afternoon. Extremely hot over the interior, temperature soaring above 30 degrees. And then a cold front just slipping over the coastal areas might bring in some light rain for the garden route. The most part of the day, it will be partly cloudy, temperatures in the mid-20s, heating up over the interior of the Eastern Cape due to the heat and high instability values. Isolated thunderstorms expected over the interior and becoming scattered over Matatiele as well as the southern Drakensberg. It's a mostly cloudy and humid day in KwaZulu-Natal. Overnight into Tuesday morning, a few showers likely, but only into Tuesday evening. A band of thunderstorms expected to extend over the extreme northern and western areas, and it's still cloudy with more showers expected in the Lowveld of Limpopo as well as over the Kruger National Park. It's cloudy with showers and thunderstorms overnight into Tuesday morning. The heavier rain expected, especially in the morning, and then later becoming isolated with thunderstorms over the interior as well as the bushveld. In northwest, it's a partly cloudy day, temperatures in mid to upper 20s, and then later that band of showers and thunderstorms extending from our neighboring countries over the interior and moving into the Free State. It's a mainly sunny and hot day for the Northern Cape, boiling hot in Uppington, soaring to a high of 41 degrees. A few heat-induced thunderstorms likely over the extreme northern and eastern areas. And then after a partly cloudy day, the wind picking up with isolated thunderstorms expected to move over parts of the Free State. Gauteng, only isolated storms in the forecast. It's not going to rain everywhere, but if it does rain, the ground is saturated and there's a likelihood of localized flooding. Into Wednesday, we still have that band of showers and thunderstorms stretching over the eastern and northern parts of South Africa, and stormy weather expected on Wednesday in Gauteng. Into Thursday, we yet again have a coastal low moving closer to KwaZulu-Natal and could most likely result in heavy rainfall overnight into Friday, but the Vox Weather team will keep a close eye on the system, and please be on the lookout for any weather warnings issued by the South African Weather Service.